guys? I'm back and with another episode of What If Naruto Was Gilgamesh Reincarnation. As well, if you like this video, like and subscribe. And let's get into this video. So we're gonna start this off where Kakashi says you guys pass because he found a way to share all the bells without leaving one of them out. As he says, we'll start missions tomorrow, so be ready. As Naruto went back home, he thought about what kind of missions he would be doing, and he thinks that they're going to be pretty low ranked because he's only a genin, as he's wondering when he can do the tuning exams, because he does know about the tuning exams. I'm going to say Kurama told him about them, and he says, well, whenever that happens, I'm going to absolutely destroy everyone, so it won't matter too much. As he walks back to his home, he goes to sleep, waiting the night. As he woke up the next day, psyched, ready to do these missions. As he made himself some breakfast, he took a shower, he put his armor on, and he walked out to Training Ground 7. As 3 hours later, Kakashi showed up, which Sasuke and Sakura showed up around the time he got there. And Sakura is pretty mad at Kakashi, but he says let's start the missions. As they go to the Hokage's office as a team, and they start by saying, well, Kakashi says, one mission, please, Lord Hokage, as they got a mission to catch Tora the cat. As in Naruto's head, he's like, this is going to be easy. As they get ready to go on this mission, as Kakashi says, this is a really hard mission. As he's wondering what he means by that, because catching a cat isn't that hard. As Kakashi says, I had this mission when I was a genin. It's going to be interesting to see how you do. As they start by tracking down Tora. Once they find Tora, I'm going to say Tora has a speed boost and a strength boost, and his and the cat's claws are sharper in this one. So I'm gonna say it moves at low tuning speed, because it's been chased by Jinning, Jonin, Chunin, well, all the time, every day, seeing as the mission gets reposted every day, because Tora runs away all the time. As they are trying to catch up to Tora, as Naruto can easily catch up to Tora, but he's only using, I'm going to say, 10% of his power, so he doesn't look suspicious. As he's running at the same speed as, I'm going to say, Kakashi when he was in the academy, which was real fast. So they're trying to catch Tora. As Tora cut up Sasuke's face, Sakura gets mad and tries to rush at Tora. Then Tora hits Sakura across the face, and Naruto could have sworn he said that he heard Pink Banshee when Tora hit Sakura. As as when they finally catch Tora, they take Tora back to the Hokage's office. Naruto didn't have a scratch on him, because Tora could feel if he would have scratched Naruto on his face at all, he would have died. As he was pretty scared of Naruto, avoiding Naruto, pretty much. So, when they got back, they saw Tora being squeezed by the daimyo's wife, as they now know why Tora always runs away. And Tora is meowing a lot. As they leave, they go on a couple other missions like mowing lawn, retrieving flowers for a bouquet, collecting something. As this has been going on for, I'm going to say it's going to be going on for, actually, yeah, it's been going on for 2 months. As they've also had to catch Tora every month, so their teamwork is better. Naruto is just acting for the teamwork because he doesn't really care to be on a team. He could be by himself and be considered a one-man army, as that's why he don't really care about being on a team. But he can sense that Sasuke has Indra's chakra, and Sakura has good chakra control, I guess. As he don't really care too much about Sakura, but he does want to see how strong Sasuke will get, as he is currently in the Hokage's office. While I'm going to say this time it's Sakura who cracked and said that she wanted a better mission, because, well, she's been going on these missions for a long time. But she said only if I want a better mission, but only if Sasuke wants a better mission. As Sasuke grunted, and Naruto just looked at Hiruzen with his stoic look on his face. As he looks at Kakashi and says, "What do you think?" As Kakashi says, "Well, their teamwork is horrible." As I'm gonna say Sasuke and Sakura had a sweat drop from that, but Naruto wasn't fazed. Kakashi picked that up, and he said that Sasuke's always brooding, Sakura only does what Sasuke does, and Naruto, he'll do something when it interests him. As Naruto in his head was like, he's not wrong. As what is that? Oh my gosh. Is that alright? That was interesting. A car that has a bunch of different stickers on it. Oh, there's SpongeBob on there, Mickey Mouse, a bunch of other stuff on there. That was interesting experience. Anyway, Sasuke then he's pretty mad at this, and Sakura, she is also mad because she sees Sasuke's mad. As Kakashi says, but they're all strong in their own right. As he glances over at Sakura, and he doesn't say anything. As he says, "Alright, well." Then he grabs he goes through his file with a bunch of different, like, people that require a mission for Jinning. As he found one, hold on one second. He found a C-rank mission, to escort a bridge builder back to his homeland. As he says, this shouldn't be too hard. As he says, bring him in. And after a few minutes, they all smell a bunch of different, like, booze, stuff like that. A real drunk and stinky guy walks in. As they could have sworn they saw a fly move away from him, but they said, "Alright." As this, and Hiruzen says, "This is the person you'll be escorting." And this person looks over at the kids because they don't know his name yet, and he says, "This is who you're letting me. This is who you're. These are who you're are letting escort me." As he says, "Yes, Tazuna. These are. These are. These are Jenny capable of doing your mission." As he says, "They don't even look like much." As he starts insulting him, saying that Sasuke looks like a brooding emo kid. As he looks over at Sakura, says she looks like she is a simp for the brooding kid, because he could see Sakura looking over at Sasuke every so often, and then looks over at Naruto, and Naruto has he's standing exactly like this in this armor, looking at him like this, and he could have sworn that he saw a bunch of golden portals behind him and Kurama's head, but he says that one's good. As Hiruzen's wondering why Tazuna thinks that Naruto is better than the others, but which he is, but he's wondering how he knew that. For all he know, he could have thought that Naruto was just some rich kid with golden costume on. And he decided to ask him in private when before they leave, as they say, as Kakashi says, well, Tazuna, meet us at the gate in front of the village tomorrow in the morning. And Tazuna says, alright, as he walks away. And I'm going to say that Naruto can already smell something fishy about this. I'm sorry if you can hear some background noise right now. That's my neighbor's dog barking. Sorry if you can hear that. But alright, that's my phone. I'm trying to put it back on. Alright, so yes. So they all meet back up there the next day. As they start going on their journey, Naruto is walking in silence. He can sense a small bit of hostility toward them, as he don't like it, not at all, as he decides to see if he can see some chakra sources. So he activates his Sharingan, which I'll bring up in a second. Yes, this one. And I'm going to say the 3 Tomoe is always active, but this one he has to activate. So he activates it, and he can see some chakra signatures inside of a puddle of water that's 50 feet ahead of them. As he says, and then he turns it off. So he turns it off, and he waits until they get closer to the portal. Well, to the water, as I'm gonna say 50 feet away from the puddle. When they got closer, a gate of Avalon appeared, which came out of it was a javelin. As soon as they walked past it, when the Demon Brothers came out, the javelin shot at Mach speed. Well, not at Mach speed. It shot at the speed of a car falling out of the sky, using its engine. It fell at the speed of an asteroid, right now. As it's a real slowed down asteroid, but yeah. So it hit the two, and it hit them, well, in the heart. Both of them. As they got pinned to a tree. As Kakashi is wondering where that javelin came from, and as Naruto says, it was me, don't worry about it. And he is thinking that Naruto used his weird Kekkei Genkai to make one of those portals to do that. But he saw that Naruto didn't even care about killing those two, which frightened him a little bit because he thinks that Naruto has killed someone before. So he decided to check that out when he gets back to the village, but not right now. As he looks over at Tazuna and says, "We're supposed to be handling thieves and bandits, not D-rank ninjas. Well, not D-rank ninjas. They're tuning. So B-rank ninjas, yeah." As Tazuna looked a little worried, but he already peed himself from hearing that Naruto's the one that killed those two. And he knew he did good by not insulting him that day. So I'm gonna say that yeah, I'm gonna say that that he said, well, he started stuttering. As Naruto walked toward Tazuna, he activated his Sharingan and looked Tazuna in the eyes. He had his back turned towards Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura. He looked through Tazuna's memories and erased the memory of Tazuna seeing him activate his Sharingan. And then he said that Gato is after him, as Kakashi knows who Gato is, but he says, "How would you have known that?" without asking him. And he narrows his eyes at Naruto, as Naruto says, "Well, I dug my own grave on this one," because he thought that in his head. And he said, "It's another one of the abilities of my Gates of Babylon." My Gates of... Oh my gosh. Well, alright, so Gates of Babylon. He said, "It's another ability of my Gates of Babylon." As Kakashi is going to believe it for now, but he sensed a little lie in that. So he's going to look into it. As he then said, "Well, we gotta go back to the village because this is a much higher rank mission than D rank." And they were pretty sad. Well, Sakura most, but she said, "I'll do whatever Sasuke wants to do." But then she said, "I want to stay, but I'll do whatever Sasuke wants to do." As she says that she doesn't want to go anywhere Sasuke isn't, and Naruto says, "I want to finish the mission." So does Sasuke. As Naruto said, "We already got this far when I see it through. Like you said, those who abandon the mission are scum. Those who abandon their friends are worse than scum." And he said, "I don't want to be scum." So he then, well, hold on. Alright, that's still recording. Alright, so he then says, "Alright, well, we'll finish the mission. But if anyone gets hurt," as he looks over at Tazuna, he says that you're going to have to pay the full amount of the mission when we get back to the leaf. As he says, "That's fine." And they then keep going. As they all sensed, well, Naruto and Kakashi sensed it, and Kakashi said, "Get down." As Naruto says, "I don't have that weapon." As he opened a portal, as when the Sora was about to hit Naruto, he opened the portal and it went inside of his gates. As he opened another portal behind him, which shot out a replica of the sword. It's not enhanced to anything. It's not even golden. It's the same color, same weight, same height. Everything's the same about it. But but he copied it pretty much. So he then says, I wonder if there's more weapons that I don't have. As he says, I'll have to look into that. He then sees this weird guy standing on top of the sword that's now lodged into the tree. Kakashi sees him too, as he says Zabuza Momochi, as he instantly put up his headband showing his Sharingan, as Naruto says, I'll take him, as Kakashi says, no, this guy is too strong for you, and he says, I beat you, as Kakashi can't say anything against that. He then says, but you're still a Genin, and Genin can't fight S-rank opponents. As, well, actually I think Zabuza was A-rank, was he not? I think he was A-rank. I'm gonna make him S-rank in this one. So Naruto said, well, that'll just be all the more fun. As he ran at Zabuza, Kakashi said no, because he saw Zabuza about to cut Naruto's head off. And when he was running towards Zabuza, he smirked and disappeared. As soon as Zabuza's sword went about to cut his neck off, he was behind Zabuza and kicked him in the back, as Zabuza hit the floor in a crater. As he says, huh, a Genin able to kick me, huh? As he got back up, and he says, well, you are the student of Kakashi. I expect such a thing. As he then started doing the hand signs for the hidden mist jutsu, as he did, the hidden mist jutsu, as he is reciting his poem like usual. Naruto can easily see through this because he always has the 3 Tomoe activated. So he's just wondering when he should interfere. He's gonna interfere when Zabuza goes for the strike. As soon as Zabuza goes for the strike against Tazuna, he ran up to Zabuza using I'm gonna say he's using he's currently using a Tonto, as he cut Zabuza's sword in half, as it only grazed I'm gonna say it grazed Sakura shoulder a little bit, like a little bit of blood but not a lot, but it was enough to like regenerate the little part that was knocked off. As he says, you knocked off a piece of my blade. As he says, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? As Zabuza ran at Naruto and says, you'll die for this, as he is going for the strike, as Naruto is about to finish this because he thought Zabuza was stronger than this. So as soon as he's about to go for the kill, I'm gonna say he was about to go for the kill by destroying one of Zabuza's chakra points. Haku saw this as he put the Senbons in his neck, and Zabuza fell to the ground. And he appears next to Zabuza saying, I'm a hunter from the Mist Village, and I've been tracking Zabuza for a while. I have to thank you for intercepting him for me. But I'm gonna need to take the body back to the mist. As Naruto can see, this is a lie, but he doesn't really care. Zabuza is much weaker than he thought, so he doesn't really care. As I'm gonna say, Kakashi knew as well, but he couldn't. He didn't want the trouble, so he says, "All right." As they left, and they walked back to Wave, and they get to Tazuna's house, and they see Tasna's daughter and son, as Tasna says, well, his daughter and son's name, because I still don't know their name. Please tell me in the comments if you know their names. I think I know the son's name, but I don't want to be wrong. So, please comment if you know their names. So, they eat as Tasna's grandson. He says, "Why are you even here?" As he looks over at Naruto, Kakashi, Sakura, and Sasuke, as he says, heroes don't exist. You can't beat Gato. Gato's too strong. As Naruto started to get tired of this, as he put his fork and knife down, as he stood up, walked over to Tasna, and this is his Gilgamesh part, starting to act, as he grabbed Tasna's grandson by the head, pulled him up to eye level, and says, "Shut up," as he dropped him back to the chair, as he walked back over to his plate, and he put it in the sink, as he says, "I'm going to go outside to train," as he goes to train, and Tasna's grandson runs upstairs crying, so his mom goes up to him, and Tasna says, "Why would he do that?" As Kakashi says, "That's just how Naruto is. One minute he's happy-go-lucky, and the next minute, if you're annoying him, he'll go all broody." But we go to Naruto in the forest. He trains until morning, to where he hears a ruffling sound in the background, as he's training with a sword right now. And he throws a kunai that he got out of nowhere at the place where he heard it, and it hit a tree, and that was hidden by the bushes. As he walks over, and he sees Haku, well, this guy that Naruto can see right now, but he can sense that it's the same guy that took Zabuza. As he is like, "This is the hunter that took Zabuza, huh? If I would have aimed for the kill, he would be dead." As I'm gonna say that Haku is currently just still right now, because he can't believe how close he was to dying right there. So he then says, "Hi," as he says, "Hello there, Hunter Nin," as Haku snapped out of it, and he jumped up, creating Ice Senbon, because he didn't have any on him, and said, How did you know that I was the Hunter Nin?" As he says, "I can sense it." As he says, "Tell Zabuza to get stronger, so we could fight." It was a real pity last time I saw him. As Haku says, "You're just gonna let me go," as Naruto says, "I don't see why not. You're weaker than Zabuza was, so I wouldn't have fun killing you either." So Haku says, "I'll count my blessings," and he just runs away. As when he gets to the hideout where Zabuza is, he said Zabuza's still pretty mad that Haku knocked him out at that time, but Haku did explain that the person was about to destroy one of his chakra points, and that would have killed him. So if he didn't drag Zabuza out at that time, then he'd be dead. So Haku got there, and Haku said, "I ran into that guy that was fighting you." As Zabuza said, "Are you alright?" As and he sees that Haku's fine and says, "Did you kill him?" As he said, "No, but he told me to tell you something." as he says, what is it? He said he wants you to get stronger so you can fight the next time that you meet. As I think this is going to be a good time to leave this part off, please like and subscribe if you like the video, and I'll be uploading tomorrow. Tell me if you have any what if ideas. I might do them if I have the time to.